Angles and everything.
Slap the microphone when I did that as well. Oh.
Everyone's out today.
You done?
I was going to say, we're actually filming right
out here filming.
You done?
Are we ready?
We've been ready for
We've been in it.
I know this guy already.
There you go. Let me turn my phone off because I know someone's going to call me.
Sorry, Miss Popular, my bad. Oh, wait, that's how she phrased it.
I'm dead.
What are you saying though, Gerard? You good?
I'm good, bro. What are you saying?
I'm living, baby. You know what I'm saying? Blessed, black, and highly favoured. You know what I mean?
We like that. Experimentation podcast, you already know what it is.
Yeah, yo!
We're in, locked.
We're back, even though I was here 2 weeks ago, but we're back. Literally. And we're accompanied by a very special guest.
Mm.
Hi guys, my name's Tia. I've joined.
I love that.
You introduce
yourself. No, you need to get that time for that still. Now you introduce yourself without worrying.
No one asked you. No one bloody asked you.
Fucking dead.
No one bloody asked you.
But I think we have to do like a proper introduction. We have to be like, oh.
No, she did it herself. That's gangster.
She came on
Yeah,
and
I
said
put my
herself.
foot in there. I was just like, why not?
Makes sense.
I like that.
Anyway, how are you feeling this fine Saturday evening? It's a Saturday, now.
Yeah.
Well, make sure I get that right on camera.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I pushed through it. I just want some drink.
I mean, you're dead there. We got the barefoot and that.
Let me get you to do that little.
Oh yeah,
man.
Do what? Oh,
Hey,
wait.
the drink there.
Wait, how do I pronounce it?
Kayade.
Yardi. But everyone says.
Kayade. Yeah, man. Everyone pronounce it like that.
I should do it because everyone says I sound like a white girl.
No.
That's fine.
Yardi fuck.
No,
I'm joking.
Now again, man, look, some more vim to it.
So basically, we have this amazing drink called Yardi fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cute. It looks sweet. Like me. But yeah,
Add
it
some
looks
vim
good.
to
It
it,
looks
man.
good.
Add some vim to it.
What do you want me to say?
Add some like descriptive
So
words.
here we have a Jamaican.
That's better.
So here we have a Jamaican punch. It's called Yardi fuck.
That's better.
It looks sweet. I can't wait to try it. But yeah, looks cute as well.
No, that was on the money still. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the jackpot.
Now you can actually pop it. Go on.
Okay, can I open it?
She been waiting for drinks. You got it, you know.
She didn't even care.
Can I?
No, there's a cup there.
Are you mad or something or something?
I never want to share with
I thought
anyone.
this was just all for me.
No, in fact, you know what? I'll say this. I'll say this.
Oh my god.
If you drink it from the bottle, drink not back it. You might as well
wait,
back
wait,
it.
Easy.
Fucking on Lewis.
Yeah, I want to make it home. Do you want some?
Fucking let me try some.
I'm driving.
Grab me that cup.
Which cup?
One below the.
That means I have to get up on my seat, no?
One arm there, just right there. One up.
That
Yeah.
one.
Let me
Good.
wash. Let me
That
wash
was
it.
good.
Do you want some?
I'm alright because I drove here. I'm good.
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Nah, I see.
That's crazy.
Is it nice?
It's good. It's
I
actually
haven't
very
tried
good.
it, but one day I will try it. But obviously, I usually come here and drive, so I'm not gonna do that today. You know
It's
what I'm
nice.
I'll take you home, man. We'll drop you home, bro.
saying? I can't say it though. Where's my car? Oh, you know what I'm saying?
That's nice.
What's it saying? Nice.
Nice, sweet.
It's good. Your friend done a good job.
Hold tight your brethren, man. Like on business and that, I'm presuming I like.
Come on, black on.
Yes, that's what we do around there. That's what we
You don't want to
support.
put his like at on the thing as well?
Please,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll slap that up.
We'll slap that up. But yeah.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have a good conversation today. We basically already started the conversation, but we won't dig into like
Some
certain.
personal details were divulged.
Yeah, that's true.
They were divulged indeed.
But yeah, so we've asked you here today to have a conversation about like friendship groups.
Yeah.
So I'll give a bit of context into this conversation as well, because it's actually something that like came to me a while ago. Basically, I was talking to my brother. We were just having a conversation on the phone, and we were just chatting about life and like what we were going through at the time. And I was telling him, oh yeah, like one of my old friends from like primary school hit me up. Like he was trying to get a beat from me. Like I was just like airing it. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And he laughed at me and he was like, bro, like you've changed a lot. I was like, what do you mean? He said, bro,
You've changed.
yeah, he said like that.
Bear
Said
man
it like
slap on
that.
the raw, you've changed.
Said it like that. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, like that used to be your boy. Like I remember you two, like from when you was like tidy, like just like always hanging out and stuff. I was like, I mean, yeah, but like that's how it is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
Like,
gets like that.
Disown a man on camera.
I've grown.
No,
like
but it
I've
does
grown.
get like that though.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've grown and like I've grown out. Like not even like on a malicious thing. Like we just fell out or anything. We grew apart. Like we got into different friendship groups and like we're just like who we are now at this point.
Are different people.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's natural.
And he was like, bro, like 100%. Like I understand that, but give it another 10 years, the same thing will happen to you again. And I listened to that and I thought,
He's 100% right.
Yeah.
like actually serious. He's like, yeah, bro, like obviously like I'm 10 years your senior, so like I'm telling you from experience, I know this. The group of friends that I had back then, they're not the same now.
Yeah, your circle just gets smaller and smaller over
It
the
gets
years.
smaller.
And I think it's interesting that you spoke about your bro's perspective, because me also, I've got a big bro, 10 years older than me, and his friendship group has gone through the same thing. And there's a lot of, I'm not going to divulge any personal business because there's some bits, but although they've kept the same nucleus, they only come together for events around certain times of the year. I'm not going to discuss what they are, but there's certain people that just don't rock with each other because things have happened. 15, 20, these are same friends from school times, you know. So from 12, 13, 14, 15. So you're not going to keep that same big group of friends. And I've had the same friends since school. And yeah, I'll go into my story a bit later. But yeah, just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, from that, I just wanted to like ask like both of you guys, like in terms of like your group of friends now, like do you have like a similar experience where like you've now got like a completely different like group of friends from like your school days and stuff, or like is it still kind of the same?
Me personally, I would say from like secondary school, I still have the same group of friends that I like left in, like I still have from like year 11. Yeah, I feel like the relationships between each one has changed since year 11. So like, some of them I'm not as close with, but they're still my girls. Some of them I'm closer than ever before, because of like business or just things happening in life. But we're still all pretty much close.
Is it like a big group of friends or like quite small?
How many of us is there? I would say it was a big group at the like start, but now it's just like probably like 4 or 5.
Which naturally happens because you can't keep, because my group from secondary school was massive. It's like 12 of us.
Yeah, like you
13.
roll like.
You roll because it's school. You
Big.
talk every day.
Yeah.
So there's a group chat popping off, and you come into school. You discuss the group chat.
Yeah.
And all that type of stuff. I say
Chill out
now.
outside school together.
Saying I'm good here. Saying now we have the same sort of group. It's just different group dynamics because of course things have happened. And
Yeah.
some people, especially with men, I feel like it's a lot harder. And I feel like personally, there's a lot of discussions which I need to have with certain man, just as a man that's being honest.
Yeah.
Like, me and certain man need to chop it up, and other men need to chop it up with certain man. And we have this reluctancy as men, particularly black men, that we don't want to talk to each other about certain things, and things go left quite quickly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if people aren't fighting, we're just not talking, and there's angst, you know what I'm saying? And I think that narrative needs to change. But yeah, for me personally, I say I keep the same friends, but I've made a lot of new friends. Like, for example, you, man, it's been the last... How long have I known JJ now, blood?
Yeah, we ain't friends, bro.
So, no, I'm gonna remember this. Let's go.
My dogs, my
I'll
dogs.
say, like, what, 3 years? 4 years?
A bit longer now.
Nah, it's longer than that.
Must be about...
I've known you ages.
Yeah, it's getting up to 4 years.
4 close of that. You is like, it was the same amount of time.
Swear.
It was about because within your first year of hitting
Uni, and I met him obviously first year of my uni. That was
It was a lot longer
2017.
It was a hell of a lot longer, man.
Yeah, so
Mad.
I'm adding new friends to it, and obviously you lose friends in the case.
Yeah.
But I'm not really. At first, I was scared to lose friends. Now I genuinely don't care.
In terms of losing friends, was it like just like a gradual thing where it just happened,
I think-
or was it like a
Go on.
yeah? No, was it just a gradual thing?
I think it's become a natural thing, and it's weird because in my case, I still talk to the people that are no longer my real friends like that because we're part of the same big group. So the same big group will come together. With
Is
the
it like
peop-
do you have like a WhatsApp group or something? Or
Yeah, so the WhatsApp group's still together, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And we come together for people's birthdays. So, like, if a person who can unify the whole group like
Yeah.
that will come together, it's no bad blood, but stuff has happened man didn't want to talk about.
What
Yeah,
kind of
was it?
stuff?
It's silly stuff that is about Giallo. You know what I'm
Back
saying?
in the day.
Back in the day, which obviously as men we're not gonna voice because it's an emotional thing. A man don't want to say, right, you know what? Emotionally, I felt buoyed. They're just gonna
Yeah.
handle
Even
it.
from then.
Struggle.
Of course, and I'm 100% certain that like I'm no angel. I've definitely played my part, but I know that me personally is not just me in it. And this ain't no dig at nobody. It's just how we all react to this to different circumstances, innit? And people, especially us, are not gonna talk about background stuff. We're not gonna talk about, if not gonna lie, my mental health was mashed up. Not gonna lie, I could have killed myself. No one's gonna say that, are they? But I know certain man have had them thoughts. And that's real. If we're gonna be honest about it. Obviously for girls I think it may be a bit different. Obviously it's not gonna be I'm going to kill myself, but you're a lot more open in your emotional dealings with each other and said that hurt me.
Yeah.
Like most men are gonna say, "Raw, bro, that hurt me."
Yeah,
They'll just be like,
it's true.
I
boy,
had
that's
that
right.
conversation with my boys from like back then. Like I think,
well, even now, I think now, a lot of men don't want to do the "raw, you hurt me" because it sounds a certain kind of way.
yeah.
But sorry, go on.
Well, I was gonna ask you as well, like with like friends that like you fallen out with, was it a gradual thing as well, or was there like specific moments that you were like, get out?
Don't know if it's like memory loss, but I don't feel like
That's
I've
a
really
memory
like.
loss.
No, but I don't feel
You
like.
in your mid-twenties, is it?
No.
Wait, for
Yeah,
real?
but like, I think the last time like I felt like with a friend was probably like year 9 or something.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like I don't like my no, like when
For real?
when I say yeah, I feel like with a friend, it's just like they weren't really my friends.
Okay, I can understand.
Do you get what I mean? Like, you know how you're like in secondary school and you
Yeah.
have a friend.
That's a big thing for
like,
me. Yeah? Like
it's
Go on.
just a for the moment type of friends kind
I'll
of
say
thing.
this. Do you think that person felt like that? Because a lot of people will view things only from their own myopic viewpoint and not see, maybe that person saw me as a friend. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've known in my case.
Sorry, no. Like,
Okay,
sorry,
no. That's her truth. And if you want
I
to
was
truth,
used. No, I'm joking. Am I joking?
speak
No,
your
I feel
truth.
I was like the smart kid in school, so
Say nothing bad.
you know when you come with benefits, yeah.
You've gone bare man.
you are such a bad.
You've gone bare man.
Such a piss
man. You've gone about 20 man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm
saying bare gunshots need to be added to your gun.
gonna get DMs like, what's your beef?
Wait.
No.
So, because you were smart in school, what was the benefit?
Exactly, go on now. Because you actually didn't explain.
What was the benefit of being friends with you in school?
Oh, copying my homework, everything, like.
See, it wasn't even his first thought.
Like.
Oh, you're sick. I didn't know you were thinking that. Go on now.
Let me finish. Single bully. That's what you have.
No,
no,
it
don't have
wasn't bullied, but it was just like they knew that I could help them.
Help!
Fucking hell, JJ.
Did you
No, but we I didn't have to. I
Do
didn't.
my homework now, pussy. Do my homework now, pussy. I'll bang you up.
Wait.
Man, have to hand it in at 8:40, you know. What's going on here? Are you mad? What is this, blood?
I'm coming.
Oh no.
I've still got my own homework to do. What is this?
Oh gosh, my mum's dropping me late. I'm sorry, I'm coming.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
No, I'm playing.
But no, in terms of like falling out with friends, I haven't recently. I feel like all my friends understand me and I understand them, so I feel like that's where we like work really well. So I'm grateful for that.
Quick question: do you have issues though within the friendships? Obviously.
Yeah, we have issues. Can't really talk too much.
Like it's a bit of a sticky one.
Yeah, like every friendship group does.
100%.
Like we have issues. Like you said before, like girls are more vocal, so like we speak it out. It could be when we're drunk, could be when we're sober. Who knows? But
Drunk speaking out. Is crazy.
yeah, like
So
we'll just like we'll talk it out, and it gets dealt with. Like, and then we're friends the next day. Like.
But I respect that, man. It's good that you have that sort of friendship, though.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people envy that because a lot of people will roll around as if their type of friendship group.
Like, I have a few friends where I've never fallen out with them before.
It must be nice.
Are they the friends that you've had from like from back day?
Back day, secondary school.
That's interesting.
Like one friend, shout out Ola.
Hold tight,
I've
Ola.
never had an argument with her.
About
Never
anything?
That's
That's quite interesting still.
Because the big thing for me is...
But I think...
Oh, so yeah, I was
No,
gonna
go
say. Nah, I was gonna say quickly. The big thing for me, like coming from like secondary school into, because secondary school obviously you're just obligated to be there, so you're seeing these people every day, you're talking to them, and they just become your friends because you're there in it, and then you grow out of it. And you know, my experience is like after I left there, I realized like, you know, I was happy being friends with them at the time in it, but like they're not the kind of people that I'd want to like hang around with, like,
I get what you mean,
you know, long term.
You just weren't real friends. It's like
No, like we were friends and we had moments like we were like, oh yeah, like memories and stuff in it, but like we weren't like.
But that's school
boys.
friends though. It's very
Do you
different.
know what I mean?
And I get your point now. School friends are very different to your brothers. Like there's enough man who I chilled with in school that I'd never roll around with now.
Yeah.
And obviously that's different.
Yeah,
life
like if you see
perspectives,
them on road, you'd be like, hi.
if that.
I say no, but like,
No, for real. I'm being honest.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that.
But my experience for me, like I still see them every now and then in it. Like we kick ball like. Whenever we try to make plans in it, like these lot are terrible at making plans, and me as well. I'm not gonna lie, but you know that's like the
That's adulting.
yeah. No, words, because we don't really make time for them kind of things, innit? But you know, we try to make time, and then but every other thing that we do or we talk about, yeah, it's just like we just keep on the group chat. Like I'm not trying to see them like for anything else other than that. But when you're saying that you've had a friend and you've never had an argument with them, and they've been your friend from day, like that's mad interesting. Like what is that relationship like between you two?
Like we have a business launching next year, so we've been like working on that together.
For how long?
We've been working on it since like last year. We was gonna launch this year, but we've had loads of headache. So we've just like delayed it. But yeah, I would say like we have disagreements, but it's nothing like.
Nothing
I
serious.
was gonna say that no disagreement.
We have
that's-
disagreements.
wow.
We have disagreements, but it's never like an argument at all. Like no one raises their voice. Both of us don't like arguing as well, so it's just
That
like.
helps because I've got friends who I've never had arguments with. In fact, I have a lot of friends who I've never argued with. In fact, there's very few friends that I've argued with, but there's lots of disagreements because that's natural in life,
natural,
innit?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's good then. That and the business that you're starting, like, is it something that you can see yourself like with her, like long term, like really taking it far? Like,
yeah, she's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious as well?
I'm serious as well.
That's rude.
She was serious. No, I asked. The way she said it, I was like, okay, but then what about you? Like, it didn't make sense.
No.
One serious candidate.
No, we're both serious. We're both serious, and like we've taught each other things in terms of like the business aspect. We've taught each other a lot of things, because she's very much into like graphics and like design and tech, whereas I'm more of like the corporate babe, like.
It's a corporate babe.
No, but I'm like more like.
Corporate babe.
No, like in terms of like when we have to meet with like people like manufacturers and whatnot, like.
Oh, like you just know how to handle
I
meetings
just
and stuff.
know how to handle all of that, where she is more of like the graphic side, like
The creative side.
Yeah, she's more creative than me, so like we're from two different ends,
Whoa,
and
so
like
it balances.
and we meet halfway.
In
we're
the
like,
middle, yeah.
yeah, it works.
And that's the thing about friendships is it needs to have that little semblance of difference.
Yeah.
If you get exactly the same, you're gonna
clash.
heads.
Yeah.
Like even in fact, I'll talk a story of Odyssey. Me and my good brethren are in a weird space. So we've kind of blessed it, but we've not blessed it in it. And it's an issue on his end that he's not spoken to me about. And then obviously I've spoken to next brother, and like who's also like my kiddie as well. And he said, yeah, he explained the story to me. And he said he just stopped talking to you. I said, okay, it's kind of strange. I'm not gonna delve in what it was. He just stopped talking to man. I was like, alright, that's a bit weird.
I want to unpack that, yeah. But
Go
first
ahead.
of all, I want to ask, with this business that you're doing as well, like, did you ever have like between you two like doubts about like, not just about the business itself, but about like your friendship and 'cause
Business and
obviously
friendship,
business
yeah.
and friendships, like notoriously, it's like you wouldn't really want to mix that.
Yeah, I've like seen it loads on like Clubhouse. Like, yeah, they miss.
That's a great source of
Don't
information.
mix, friends with business, but like we've been fine, and I feel like we would be fine in the future anyways. Like,
Did you have like conversations about it between you two?
we haven't had conversations about it, but like we get each other and obviously, if we was to like ever have an argument, like I said, we don't like arguing both, so we would like hash it out within the next few hours.
That's good then. I mean, the main thing is that obviously keeping track, because obviously people change, don't they?
Yeah.
So mapping each other's changes, I think just keeping each other updated on what's going on. Because when someone changes, that dynamic changes.
True, yeah.
And people often take people in their original context when they met people.
Yeah, true.
And not the new context. Because people learn things, innit?
Yeah.
And they change their
People grow
perspective.
as well.
1000%. You know what I'm saying? And some people may even be upset at your growth.
Yeah.
And on the vice versa, they might think, oh, that's not my man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
not, or my girl. You know what I'm saying? So just always be aware of that. But I think you two should be alright.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's so.
LD therapist.
I does this.
And the chair as well, perfect setup.
I does this.
But let me like kind of throw a scenario at you. Yeah.
God.
Let's say you as the corporate babe, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like sort of eyeing business opportunities, you know, meetings with people, and you're throwing ideas at her. Yeah. Obviously, her as a creative, yeah. I feel like both of us understand creatives kind of work at their own pace and their own time.
they're
innit?
weird.
Oh yeah,
And they're
yeah.
very, very weird with it.
Where?
So let's say you're throwing stuff at her, like, all right, so we got an opportunity with this person, and then this person, and then this person. For the next couple months, I want you to be working on this. Obviously, I'm gonna handle that side of things, yeah.
Yeah.
And she comes to you, and she's kind of like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in a weird space right now in terms of like my output. I don't think I can meet those deadlines that you're giving me. You know, she's giving you like excuses as to why she can't do anything. Obviously, like not excuses, but like she's telling you like I can't handle these kind of things. But you as the business woman, you're seeing the opportunity there. Like, how do you think you would handle like that kind of conversation as a friend and then as like a businesswoman as well?
I'd take it upon myself to like learn how to do it myself.
I respect that.
I like that.
Just for my own knowledge and experience, but as well, I can help her more. Do you get what I mean? It's just like I don't want her to feel like she has so much pressure on her, especially like with deadlines, that she cannot do it or like it's just too much for her. So like, if I could handle it, why not take the pressure off her and help? Like.
That shows that you really understand your friend.
When we first started, I was like, show me how to do this, show me how to do that. Like, I want to learn. And she's been showing me, so I'm grateful for that.
That's good because it keeps it open-ended
Yeah.
and you always learning it enables you to fulfill in. Because obviously as creatives go through spurts of uncreativeness.
Yeah, like right now, we're in that like, creative block kind of thing. Like, both of us can't think of anything for certain stuff, and it's just like I even said to her, I was like, take your time, man. Like,
just take a break.
Yeah, like take your time. Like, don't rush into it or think there's any pressure put onto you. Like, I'm at ease, you be at ease as well. Like, no rush.
That's you actually sound like a good business partner to have. Like, that's actually quite sick because.
Thank you.
You know, like being able to sit with a person and they understand, you know, like just as a creative, like I would want the other person, if they have the business sense, to understand that, like, you know, like I'm doing this out of like the joy of doing it. Like I love doing it, so
like
I'm doing
a
it for
human
that.
side, people need to get the balance of it's about capital and making money, but there's the human side of it. Allow me to create.
Just enjoy.
Please.
And the thing is, we both work full time and do other stuff on the side as well as the business. So it's just like, literally, just breathe. Like it will happen when it will happen.
It's a process, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a process. So.
That's cool.
So we're trying to enjoy the process rather than like hate it, and so far it's going well.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in your endeavour.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
For real. But yeah, so getting onto your situation, obviously I won't like dig into it too much, but
I can't either, to be honest. But carry on.
Nah, but like, how do you sort of envision, like, how do you, like, so you've been friends with him for like time, innit? Like since
2010.
2010.
That's years.
A good 10 years.
Yeah.
2010.
And
So,
have you ever gone through an issue like this before?
not of it for me it's wild because I thought our friendship was better than that. That's where I've come at it, because it's like, brother, you know me. We could have had that conversation, and if I told you what it's about, it's like, what? You know me, regardless of whatever else is going on, you know me, because it's not a personal thing. Not slept with your gal, you know me, dog. So if you misinterpreted something that I said, come see me. Not in a like, come see me, it's a, bro, come see me.
Yeah.
There's 11 years, 10 years of friendship that just on me and you, doesn't matter about nobody else. Me and you have a solid enough rapport where we can hash it out behind closed door and be fine. So I've seen him since, you know, and we was gonna talk about it, but then things happened where we didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I think by the time this comes out, we will have sorted it because it's really not that deep. But it's the thing of how you handled it. It's like I have no problem with you being upset of whatever I may or may not have said, but address it. Like switching off and not talking to me is very weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what I think you need to understand is that's maybe how he knows how to deal with it.
Coping mechanism, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but I'm saying we've never had that before and we've disagreed. It's not been a full-on argument, but we've definitely been on a complete, proper disagreement where we've both been not angry, but you know what I'm saying? Spoke our feelings. So I'm like, this one is like, you know me, you know we've had conversations, not necessarily like this, but in the same manner before. What's different about this time? But again, I'm not mad at you being angry about what I may have potentially said. It's just addressing it for me. It's how you handled it is off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We can handle what I said or may not have said, and if it offended you, and you have every right to be offended if you wanted to be. Because I can't tell you how to react to something. It's like, for example, I punch him in the face or he punches me in the face. No, that's why I said both, innit?
Why does it have to get violent? That's what
Hold on, straight.
No, because it's just the best example to give. Like,
It's really not. Like, it's actually
no,
not.
so I can spin. Let's say you punch me in the face. I come back and shoot you. You can't tell me how to react. You know what I mean? Like,
What the hell?
you can't.
I can't punch him now. Like, I'm feeling threatened. Like,
Those analogies are mad.
it's so fucking mad.
That's not a mad analogy.
Listen.
I'm just saying you can't tell people how to react. I see this all the time when people tell people how to react to stuff. Are you overreacted? Don't provoke people. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. So I can't. I don't think it's that deep, but I hear you, man. Isn't it?
So don't provoke me. You got it on me right now.
Nah, not me. See me. I'm a full-time civilian. Allow me. I'm a full-time civilian.
Okay. But
in terms of our issue, it's a non-issue to me, and I think it'll be a non-issue when this comes out.
So say the word. All right, let's turn it into a hypothetical here. So you don't have to. You don't actually have to get into this conversation. So let's say it's a friendship like that. Yeah, a different friendship with another person.
Yeah.
And it's been like over 10 years. Yeah, like there's value in that friendship, and you want to keep it. But if you see it heading to a place where like it may not return, are you just ready to cut it off like that?
Not instantly. For now, like as I've grown, I would have that conversation. Before, I would have allowed it and said, fuck it. When it's like, if something has value, you at least try preserve it. If it doesn't get preserved, it's not meant to be there anyway.
Do you feel like if the other person is ready to cut it off, that you'd want to like, you know, put in your 2 cents and try to like keep
I'm not convincing nobody. I'm not here to convince man to be myself.
This is why.
I feel like you knew that answer already.
Yeah.
Like
No, but you know what's so interesting?
No, but
Actually, no. Okay, I'll say what's interesting. You two know about the thing already with... You know. Yeah.
Talk
so
on me.
we've recently had a conversation, yeah, and it's a thing where like...
You got like 50...
Sorry, it's the Eddies.
So it's a thing, it's a thing where me and the person just had like a moment where we just... There was no communication in it. And I just felt like because I didn't know what was going on. Like
it's done you a little bit, innit?
Yeah.
How did you address it?
I just told the person, look, we need to speak.
Say no.
And then has it been resolved now?
Nah.
Be honest.
No, what it is for me, yeah, like we've resolved it. I understand what it is that the person was going through, like why it is that they weren't speaking or whatever, and I heard it. But I think it got to a point where like I had to like evaluate the relationship because it's not the same as like you with like the hypothetical situation. Like we weren't friends for that long.
But it's not about length, you know.
I know it's not about length.
Because
there's depth in
Because
relationships.
I've known man 10 years, you man, not even just you man, I've known people 2-3 years who are far more solid than that 10-year friendship. And it's not necessarily the person, it's how our friendship has gone. It's not necessarily, that person.
And it's what you've been through as well.
Exactly.
Then,
like there's certain man who
the
are,
energies you've given each other.
you get what I'm saying? There's certain people that click like that and end up being lifelong friends. For example, there's bare people said, I met people at work where I'm working at a supermarket, for example. They're now my brothers.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm no man in school for how long? We're not brothers. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not about length of time. But please continue.
Yeah. Well, I say with this friendship, like the circumstances were just a bit like, because recently I've had to question it, innit? Like, I say back then, like, I was just a lot more naive and oblivious to certain things, innit? Like, I just didn't understand, like, certain friendships and how they come about and how to, like, maintain it and just to watch out for certain things, innit? Like, I wasn't aware about, like, myself and, like, knowing myself more, innit? Yeah. So, you know, when I sort of came to, like, certain conclusions, I was like, right, so when I have this conversation, I'm just going to listen to the person, hear them talk, and then come to my own conclusion. But it won't be, like, a definite conclusion. It will just be, you know, for the moment, what I think, you know, how I think we're going to move forward. And I say, we're good. Like, we're just good for now, innit? And then we'll have, like, more talks, like, later on. Because, like, you know...
then address it properly.
Yeah, like, properly, innit? Because you don't get to, like, just have one conversation and then just deal with it like that. Do you know what I mean? But
100%.
that one, I feel... I kind of thought the same as you. Like, I don't like to sit and sort of, like, put feelings out. I think it's a black man thing as well. You don't want to, like, sit and, like, put your feelings out there and stuff.
Because it puts you under attack.
You feel so vulnerable and you just feel like...
especially when you don't know when people are going to use it against you. Look at us smirking. That's what I'm saying.
Gala different.
Gala different, but I'm saying, especially in a situation where you just don't know. With me, I'm not saying unemotional, but people have classed me as unemotional before.
Serious?
No, big man.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before.
I hate you.
That's new to me.
I hate you. For real, I don't like you. Anyway, so for me especially, it's really tough because it's like it's been a coping mechanism. Yeah. There's enough stuff that happens. I think it was on this podcast I said I haven't cried since maybe like 2014, 2015.
You probably said it on the podcast.
I probably did say that.
Really?
So yeah, 100%.
Oh wow.
So
when was the last time you cried, Tia?
Cry like every week.
Nigga, I cried before I came here.
I think you cried 5 minutes after I got here.
I wiped my teeth before you came to the door.
You guys weren't answering my phone.
No, legit.
Screaming. So that's the type of person I am in it, and I bury a lot. So I'm working on it, but it is tough because I've been conditioned, and it's not. I can't really blame anybody. It's my fault.
It's easier said than done.
It's so much easier said than done,
100%.
especially in the type of society we live in, where it's not all the time. There is this narrative flying around that if you open up, you're automatically gonna get thrown back in your face. That's not necessarily true, but it holds some weight to it.
Yeah.
It does hold some weight to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a thing.
It does.
So I'm just saying that's not necessarily my main drive. It's that it's not about how anyone else feels. I feel weak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I was to cry, I feel like I failed myself. It's nothing to do with nobody else. I'm not looking good for anybody, and that's my own personal battle within myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think you're any closer to getting to a point where you'll be able to like
right now?
I'll say like with the hypothetical situation, if you had to convince that person that you actually wanted to remain friends, do you think you're any closer to getting to a point where you would do that?
In terms of
sit down with the person. They're ready to just be like, look, I don't think we can be friends anymore. Like this situation has got to a point where I just don't feel like it's ready to work. But you want to keep that. The value in that friendship is too much for you to let go.
My pride, being honest, might tell me, you know what, bro, you made your decision. That's fine. That's cool. But inside, I'm gonna be honest. I can't say. I'm gonna be honest. My pride might stop me from trying to convince them. I'm gonna be real.
Pride is a killer.
Pride is a killer, but sometimes it saves you. Like at the same time.
Yeah.
But what would you think of that situation? Like just witnessing it. Like how would you interpret it?
From like my point of view, it's different from like being a girl.
Yeah.
Cause like when it comes to my friendships, like if there's like growing up, if there's arguments, I don't really have pride. Like I'll be like, let's just squash the beef.
Like you have a little bit, but it's not in the same sense. A masculine pride is dangerous.
It's different, totally different. So
different
because the people have died, will die over masculine pride.
And continue.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Will die. Sorry, please continue.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm finished. But yeah, literally, it's completely different from.
I feel like women, you lot just address it then and there.
Which is good. I really wish people could. Me as well. I'm saying
majority. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying majority is like you lot addressing and approaching and tapping into your emotions is just.
Oh yeah,
it's effortless. It's not.
Yeah,
I do wish I could do
we
that
can
more. Still, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's also like it's a boys' school thing. Going up in school, emotion, you're finished.
Yeah, don't show
You're
no
finished.
Went to a boys' school and it's...
Bro, when I say you're finished...
Do you feel like you have a bit more... Do you feel like you're easy with your emotions because you went to a mixed school?
No.
You still think like...
I'll be real, man, like... I didn't, like... I had, like, female friends in high school, but it wasn't, like, we were, like, friends like that. So I didn't chat to them too much like that. It was I mostly just kept to myself and, like, my male friends. Like, we just... Like, that was just my thing in it. So, like, it was literally only getting to, like, uni that, like, I was having, like, female friends that we were having, like, proper conversations.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And, bro, they're important, bro.
Very.
Those conversations are so important. A man had them late as well, bro.
Because it's the balance. You need the balance. This is what I say. The male and female perspective is so important. And
Yeah, no, it's true.
Because once it gets lopsided, you start seeing mad things. I'm not going to go into detail because we're not allowed to, unfortunately, these days. Yeah, I'm saying. But I'm telling the truth. That's the only thing I can do in this camera.
Bloody Ofcom, you know.
Is telling the truth. That's all I do in this podcast. But yeah, having the balance is important because you can get that full 360. Do you get me?
Yeah, true.
Okay. Well, actually, this is something that I didn't even think about when I was writing, like, stuff to, like, ask about. But in terms of, like, your male friends, like, are you able to have, like, conversations with them without them getting, like, you know, like cold with you or, like, unemotional or, like, stuff like that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty much, well, before, like, years ago, I didn't really have male friends because I was in a relationship and it was just, like, I don't know why, but it just didn't have, like, I had JJ. He's still here.
Still
here.
One. Steady. It's very steady.
So yeah, I didn't really have that many, but like now I have like a good amount of male friends, which are really good. I appreciate them. Because I'm smiling now.
That smile was so weak.
Word.
Thank you guys. Promise.
I do love you.
But yeah, it's just. Could you repeat the question again? No,
you went on a whole essay and then said, "What's the question?"
I've even forgotten the question.
I'll say this.
We're talking about your male friends.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Relationship with them.
In relation
yeah.
to that, has it broadened your perspective, not just on men, on life? Because it's seeing a different entire...
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because that's what happened for me. So go on.
Like I can go to like my male friends and like even like relationship advice or like general life questions I can go to them.
Did you go to a mixed school or was it?
Yeah, I went to a mixed school.
You went to a mixed school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Because I know in my life, I'm still not struggling. I'm getting more female friends now. But it's like at first, I had them because I had a lot of female cousins in it.
Yeah.
So it's not so much I didn't have females around me. It's just in a friendship capacity, it is different.
Yeah. Oh, because you went boys' school. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've had to. There's certain behaviors and things I'm learning and unlearning. There's stuff I've had to unlearn. I'm still unlearning now. Do you get what I'm saying?
And how are you with your female friends? You have a good amount, or?
I'm gaining them still, slowly but surely. So it's hard, innit? Because there's some people I've met on social media, so I can't. It's hard to class them as friends. But I got a good
social media friends.
rapport with them, like we talk. So, but I say in like solidly 3-4.
Okay,
like good ones,
yeah.
and we sometimes talk often, sometimes not. I'm bad though, because like you guys, I ghost.
Yeah.
I don't like social media. I don't like being on my phone.
Yeah, sometimes you go through them phases and it's just like.
I'm saying me personally, I just don't like it at all. Like if I was not podcasting, I've told you man this all the time, innit? Like,
reading. He's
like,
reading.
Not even that. Because there's that.
It's either work or reading. That's
It's
it.
not even just that. I'm saying like from long.
No, legit.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying from back in the day, like I've told you man before. Like if I weren't doing music, I wouldn't have a social media. Or like if I'm not doing a podcast, I'd delete everything, bro. Maybe except the Snap, but even now Snap is getting on my nerves. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't like Snapchat still.
Like, it's a waste of time. Like I only chat to a select few people and we're having particular conversation unless it's a brethren, you know what I'm saying? And we're catching up on something.
That's an interesting conversation because it's going into a point that I wanted to get to. In terms of like how much you interact with your friends. Like, what level would you say you're at with that? Because I feel like now we've gotten to an age where like we're always just gonna be so busy with things,
especially
adults,
100%.
yeah, adult life
Adulting.
hit us.
Yes,
and living in London, I feel like the biggest thing is that even though we live so like it's a small space and we live so close to each other, but at the same time it's like
life
so
is
far away.
It's
We're
because
busy
life is
doing-
moving like
yeah.
this, innit?
It's true.
Yeah, we're trying to get to places so fast and so quickly. Like we're just trying to get to the weekend, like just to live our life. But then
2
Yeah.
days.
2 days and we're back.
I mean, me personally, it's like I work at the weekends, innit? So it's like, you know, for me, it's the opposite. I'm like, I get to the weekend, I'm thinking tomorrow I gotta go work.
You gotta go work, yeah.
I'm saying,
But
like,
in saying that, yeah, like how often? I with you. Like how often do you like make time to see friends? And then like, do you feel like that's a priority for you at this point?
Why are you laughing?
JJ said the answer's no.
he's basically saying,
Do you know what it is? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Currently at the moment, obviously because I work every day, it's just like the moment I get home, it's just like I want me time.
Yeah.
And then it's just like my friends will message me like, let's go to the park or like let's just go out to eat. And
The
I'm
park?
just to the park.
how can you there's nothing wrong with the park, you
With your
know?
friends, bro.
No, like chill.
He's so bougie, man. Said, the park. I can me from West London can never go to the park.
Nah, we got Benihana's, we got Gauchos, we go to the park.
The park.
Yeah.
Nah, don't.
Like with the
Like,
swings and
JJ,
that.
we've been to
No,
the
man,
park
with
with
the- don't
everyone
diss the
else
park,
and
bro.
chilled. Like,
The
it's
park.
fine.
Yeah,
chill.
man.
With the big swing and that.
Bring
Like.
the time.
No.
Speaker,
not like that, but
vibe,
You know, what, I'm actually just because I have been to the park with like my friends and that. Like, it's not a thing, but it's like I remember the story I remember saying.
hot recently, so it's just like my friends have been like, yeah, let's go to the park. And I'm
Why
just
not, blood?
The park, as in like I'm thinking like Hyde Park, like you're just chilling and like just like vibing.
Not
and
that far.
No,
That's
yeah,
far, blood.
that's
This
a bit-
part's local, fam.
Yeah, just a local
Yeah,
park.
local park, we chill.
Do you know what I'm saying? That because I remember literally my first year at uni, yeah, and then my high school friends were like, "Hey, yo, let's go out." Like this was like probably the last time I saw them for like a bit in it,
Yeah.
and it was like dark, and we just went to like one random park.
Dark. The park.
That's where your mistake was.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck
just
is that
bro,
going
it
on
was
now?
just
During the
weird.
day, mate.
Yeah, when the
You
sun's
go when the
out.
sun's out, mate.
Yeah.
Or not night, but it was like even. It was like what's it like winter time in it, so it got dark quickly in it. So it wasn't like night.
So it was like 4
4
p.m. or something.
Yeah,
Hey, where's the song
And
going?
we're going to the park with the swings and that. But listen, I will
Everyone's
just.
got their torch on.
We're using the phones and that. But yeah, so we were just,
Carry on.
we were just like chilling and that. But I'm sitting there, yeah. I'm at a point now where like I've stopped hanging out with them like properly, and I've already made friends like at uni and that. So I'm sitting there thinking, why am I here? Like, why am I here? It's not even just why am I here with them, yeah. Why am I at the park?
That's a fire.
Why am I in the park?
And
And
me
the big
personally,
swings, yeah.
like I would feel buoyed. Like if you, like his friend from high school, I'll personally feel.
Oh, if they watch this, I'll just chat to them after and tell them.
Jeez, we say clean up squad.
Here's what it is, man.
Man said blue face out here, blood. You just blue face in the face, man. Check out.
No, but yeah, I just like the park for
Yeah,
me
that-
is like I just associate with like
Swings
Yeah,
and
I get
nah,
it.
he's violating the park.
Like
The park.
that.
no, but like at the same time I do get what you mean. Like it's just there in it, like you're just
Yeah.
like local park, whatever.
But
It's
continue, because you was
like,
going somewhere.
Yeah.
You was.
Yeah, like sometimes I forget where I'm working all the time. Sometimes I forget that I actually need to see my friends and like make the effort. So
How
I
often does that thought come about? Like,
Often I like.
often, yeah, because my friends have their weekends off and I'm still working on the weekend. So it's just like I'll finish like 7 and then they'll be like, "Oh, let's go out tonight." And I'm like, oh, "I just want me time. Like I'm tired."
to be fair, you do
So
crazy hours as well.
I do like sacrifice my me time sometimes to like see them because I'm.
That's just the way you phrased that. I sacrifice my me time. Nah, it just made it sound. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
But yeah, like sometimes I go out and I don't regret it. Like I go out, have fun. Maybe I'm hungover the next day, but it's lit. Like, life's short, man. You gotta make the most of it.
That's wild.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, just as
But then-
much as I can.
In terms of like hanging out and stuff, and then like having them nights where you just hungover
Yeah.
and stuff, like that's all good in it. But like, I feel like there's quality time to be had with friends where you're not just like going out.
Oh
and
yeah,
doing
I've
stuff
been
like that.
doing that more recently, especially like after COVID. I thought that was like COVID was one of my biggest lessons. Like spend more quality time with your friends.
I think that's everyone's
You know,
lesson
like
still,
you could just
yeah.
be like chilling in the room together, and it's just like you might not even be doing much. Just be like talking or TV's on, chilling, but
just
it's
that
just
presence.
like, it's just being there
It's
in the moment
who you're
with
with, innit?
them.
That's the
Yeah,
main
it's
thing.
just like,
Yeah, like that quality time. I feel like for me, I did
It's
like one of
precious,
them. I don't know what it's called. It's like a love language kind of thing, isn't it? Because like I've been seeing it around, but I didn't understand it.
Context is needed now.
Yeah, go on, go on.
what?
Now.
Basically, it's like not like a test, but like a quiz or something in it, and it
Yeah.
determines your love language in it.
Okay.
But like you can translate it into different things. So like, there's quality time. There's
I need to do this.
Gift
quiz.
giving.
I've done it
Nah.
before. I've done it before.
Have you done it before? What did you get?
Type in love language quiz on Google.
Yeah.
You'll just find any random.
But
Yeah.
your one said selfish, innit?
Blood. It's,
Wait,
there's
nah,
no selfish
you two are
in
both
there.
selfish. That's mad.
There's no selfish.
I'm
mad.
not
For you to be
selfish, you
saying
know.
that, that's actually
Alright.
wrong.
Selfish.
I'm not. But mine was more like,
There's gift giving.
yeah,
There's
no, mine was more like physical touch.
physical. Okay, yeah, there's that as
like-
well. But yeah, because I did mine, and mine was like quality time in it.
This guy's killing me.
Yeah,
You know?
I just see him laughing. I was
That's
like,
killing me. Sorry. Please continue.
Menace.
That's a mad thing was straight up on time, Shane. Nah, bro.
Fucking menace. Anyways, yeah. So quality time, and I realized like with friends, you want that like. You just want to be around to speak to them, to see what's going on in their life, because you can have quick conversations on the phone and that, but it's never the same, innit?
yeah,
it's
it's
true,
true,
Do you know what I mean? And I realised stuff like this, like when I'm in the podcast, yeah, even just before we're filming, we're just chatting about life, innit?
There's so many brilliant conversations.
So many brilliant
that
conversations
can never
that
get
will
put on
never,
camera.
ever get put on
We'd
camera
be
and
wrapped.
stuff. But that's what you, big man thing.
You'd be rats.
Hey! Alright, no, I'm gonna address this here, innit? Stop slandering me on camera. It's getting me mad. Stop slandering me on camera. Big man thing. Big man thing. You man need to stop.
I slander you even worse off camera. Though.
I
That's the
know!
worst thing.
That needs to stop as well.
But
Okay.
this is what I mean, like building, like continuing this like relationship with like your friends and stuff. Like the quality time needs to be there, innit?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like doing more activities like this, even if it's in a business sense, is still like quite good to have. And I feel like I've been, keeping that in mind in terms of like my friends from uni as well, and like other friends that I like have. So yeah, like in terms of you, Lewis, as well, like what do you like? Do you make more time for friends or?
I've been the opposite. I can't even say.
Really antisocial.
Yeah, but I feel like we're in a weird place in terms of the man them. Like, I don't think anyone is not wanting to see each other. It's just we're all doing stuff, and it's like
Busy.
I'm bad with shouting people, and people probably tell you I'm really bad to get a hold of.
Yeah.
And that's my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. So I do want to go see my friends more, but because I've been kind of conditioned into the COVID set, like I'm cool staying at home. Beforehand, I was active everywhere. Now I'm perfectly fine spending the week at home.
Did COVID like change your perspective on like how much time you need to be spending?
Yeah, on stuff I find important. Like as you lot said with the reading, I'd rather do that all day. And even then, obviously, I do enjoy going out. But the main thing for me, if there's music there, which is good, I'll have a good time. If there's not, for example, a lot of people are like, oh, alcohol, I just need alcohol and I'll go anywhere with any music. That's not me. I'll go home. Quick. Like, if it's rubbish music but there's bare drink, I'm not drinking, I'm saying, yeah, I'm going home.
That's interesting.
You said, was that at my birthday where you just...
I didn't go home, bro. I told you I was going to the next one.
You went to a better motive, apparently.
Wait, I told you, like, it was like my friend's birthday and like it was a special age for my man, innit?
That did not need to get
That
put
was
on
just-
the
How
podcast.
was it? How was it?
It was a difficult
The
one
shit was
still.
good.
And you know what it
Didn't need
was?
to do that.
I'm gonna do it. Wait, what did he say?
I was like, let me just sip my tea.
Oh, so you have smoke for me today?
What?
It is well.
you know?
It is well.
Oh,
I'm going to
alright,
my
that's it, oh.
This year...
But so you're not there.
Wait,
No invitation.
you are speaking bad vibes.
You will see it on
speaking
Snap.
bad vibes.
That's where you'll see it.
And you know what it was? His thing was planned before yours, you know. So actually,
Yeah, you know me, my thing was like last
your minute was like I can't. So I was like, I can't miss JJ's thing, but I can't miss my brother's thing.
No,
so
no,
it's
no.
like that one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's calm. This year I just want you on time.
I wasn't even late.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
you were late.
Stop this! I told the man about
I ain't
slandering
gonna,
thing.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, let's bring this up.
Actually, you were late to your
Jerry
own party.
was so early, I think he was setting up with Adam.
He was there, like organising cups and that.
That's
He
a
was
lie.
there
That's a
serving
lie.
food and that.
That's a actual
He
lie.
was serving
That's
food.
a lie.
And yeah, what you saying?
Serve food for who? Serve food for
You
who?
were serving jollof.
Serve food for who?
I
Serve
told you
food for
serving
who?
jollof.
See, Jerry was there when the sun was still up. The sun was actually up.
I swear he was there.
It's like
Like
midday,
it was
midday.
beating.
Really?
It was literally like
But
2,
so
3
were
o'clock.
you. That's when you came and said that someone was beating
I was
you.
not there at 2, 3 o'clock. You was there at 4,
2, 3 o'clock, you're lying.
You was there
Cap,
at
you're capping,
was you there?
brother.
Was you there at about 5, 6 o'clock? Yes or no?
I can't remember the time we were supposed
You
to
was
be
there at 5, 6 o'clock.
I can't remember the time we were supposed to be there.
The sun was beating, blood.
Listen, all I was saying is, I knew one. I knew.
It was a new one. Yeah, I know.
I
The
did
sun
not know
didn't shoot.
anybody there. How could I be serving the food and the cups? And
You were
everything,
serving
man?
jollof, bro.
I was serving jollof for who?
Nah, he was.
I was early. I was early.
You know,
I was thinking,
But,
where's El?
Yeah.
I can't lie. I'm just fashionably late, man. My bad.
Jeez, let him know.
Fashionably.
My bad. You know what? I'm actually really good with time and more time, though. Well, I try my best.
What about you? What time did you get there again?
She's always late. I can tell.
No, I'm not always late.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm.
To be fair, though, he was there before you.
What yo? Personally, if that was me, I would have still.
But I came with friends, so
Hey.
it might not have been my
Alright,
reason.
no,
She's blind.
It might not have been my fault for
No,
being
wait, no,
late.
I've got one. 2 + 2 = 6. That's basically what you said. That is basically what you said. That had no correlation. That had no correlation at all. You
Okay, wait. But
That had
okay,
no correlation
one
at
thing.
all.
Okay, but let me be honest, yeah. Black people will say the time, anyways.
This is a good reason
Okay,
I'm not
black
lying.
people will say the time, yeah. They will push that back.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So everyone comes at a reasonable time.
So it means that you was late because of black people.
So
You had the assumption.
yeah, let's go with that.
So
She
you
had the
was kind of
assumption.
still a little bit tiny wincy bit late.
I wasn't late because I made it on time for everything.
What?
No, we talking about when you had it at that Airbnb.
Yeah.
Was I not there on time? Did you not see me?
Did you not see that?
Wait. By the time he saw you, gone.
He was
Yeah.
I've got video evidence on my phone. You were still sober.
No, wait. That
You
can't
were
be true.
still sober.
That can't be true.
Because I was sitting in the garden and I was like, "Oh, JJ, can you serve me food?" And you was like, "Fuck off, no." You were still sober.
You know what?
It
That
was
sounds
still
like me
bad.
still.
I
How
was
cool
like-
that.
I mean,
She actually
I
remembers
don't
that as
think
well, you know. She was
You
like,
got to
that
remember, I'll
slug
give you
that
that.
day, like when I got
No,
home.
I think but yeah, don't slander my name. I didn't say F off. I just said no.
You must definitely said F, fam.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I told you about the slandering the man on camera.
Come
You love
on,
it.
man, carry on.
You love it.
Real, we're being real here. We're being real.
Say nothing.
Anyways,
So what were we back to?
I
Me,
wanted
you
to point
took it
out
to
that
me.
like it's interesting because both of you really said it as well. Like in terms of like turning up, like at the motives, like when there's like drinking and party and then like like you're daring it. Obviously, you said it before, like I had to come up for JJ and then I had to show up for my boy in it. And then like moments where, let's say like something's happening in it, like something. Like they're doing something for themselves and they want to celebrate with their peoples and that. Like not necessarily like a turn up thing in it, but like you want
a
to come
chill
and,
thing,
like
yeah.
a chill thing in it. Like
In terms of for certain man, I'm there. Certain man, I'm not there. Just because off the basis of have you been there? That's my simple basis. Have you been there to my thing? Yeah, no.
so it's like a reciprocation thing for you.
Yeah, I
But
think
how-
it's easier.
I hear that, but what if their energy hasn't been able to be matched yet? Do you get
That's
it?
different. If it's a thing where I think you had the justifiable reason, obviously that's judgment, and sometimes your judgment can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Your judgment can be, you know.
that's not
My judgment.
I was talking third person, but okay, I'm right. Okay, I'm right. So if my judgment is wrong, like you happy now? Let's say if my judgment is wrong, it could have been a thing where I might have misjudged it when a person has good intentions or energy, but they can't have been there because something's happened. But I think, like, if it's a continuous thing, that's just not you. That's you not turning up. That's like I don't want to be around this person, and I don't really take that like as a slight. Back in the day, I would have taken that as a big slight. I was just like,
It is what it is.
thank you very much for saying exactly what I was gonna say. I appreciate that.
Understandable. What about you, Tia? Like, do you feel like reciprocation like is a big thing for you, or do you just want to be there for your friends?
I just want to be there for my friends.
Yeah.
But I'll notice if the energy's off there.
What's like a sign for you?
I don't know if I go out my way for you, or like I'm there for you, like when you're at your lowest, and then like when I'm at my lowest, like you're nowhere to be seen. It's just a bit like.
Does it have to be a big gesture, or does it have to be like just like small things that they can
Small things like small efforts go a long way, kind of thing. Even like some of my friends will just like, if we haven't spoken in like weeks, they'll randomly pop up and be like, "You okay?" And then I'll apologize, but I'm sorry, I'm just like really bad at like communicating. Like, I know that it's fine.
How do they deal when you go ghost and all that stuff?
Oh, my friends hate it.
Yeah, we've had discussions about when we both go ghost and how the man then react to me and then how the girls react to me. And
I think my friends just have, like, my friends know that I do it not every so often, but like every few months. I just want to disappear.
And then switch off.
Yeah. Sometimes life gets the better of you and you're just like,
you just need a break from the phone. Because the phone's dangerous.
How often do you...
So I was going to say, I think, but it's not like you're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not about not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not doing anything, but I think I
it.
just get drained from everything. It's just like, I need a break.
Especially with the social interaction takes effort, especially when they're genuine. Fake ones are different. Like if you go work and go, "How you doing? How's your weekend?" That's
the repetition thing. And
that's like, energy, fam. You gotta keep
that's not
doing
energy to me.
Man.
See me, it's a script.
Do you know what? I'm easy.
No, it's a script. It's a script.
Listen.
You're right, John. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Oh, you look beautiful.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, I think this is for me. Like over the past couple of years, I've been thinking about like how I exert myself and how much energy I put into certain things in it, and like that script that you lot are talking about. Yeah, like I've had to run that for like certain spaces, and it's just like. I've gotten to a point where, in terms of work, obviously I'm doing it because it's a job, and I'm just like I need to graft in it. But I want to get to a point where like I don't want to ever have to do that, because that part of it for me is the most draining part. Like the social aspects of like working in places where you're like talking to people and like bringing them into like like classes or whatever, or you have to speak to people that you don't necessarily want to speak to. Yeah. Those parts of it are the parts where I'm just like, my mind's on it, I'm going to do it, and I'm trying to get over it. I'm not even going to think about it that much.
Yeah.
But if I have to think about it that much, yeah, I start thinking about how much I don't like to speak to, like, just certain groups. Like, I don't need to be in a space to speak to certain groups of people. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's people that, like, I already know from the get-go, like, we're not going to get along just because of, like, who I am. Like, just knowing myself and knowing who I am in it.
Yeah.
And knowing like who they are and like how they perceive like me or myself, or just like from the get, like I just don't need to have that interaction. But then obviously
you're not gonna force it.
Do you know what I mean? But obviously for work, I'm gonna do it because that's my job.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
You don't have a choice.
I just want to get to a point where like that's not gonna be my job anymore. Like I want to be in a space where like like ownership, I own my own space, own my own. I'm in control of the interactions that I have to have in it. Do you know what I mean? So like in terms of that for me can be the most draining part of it, because bro, I even had a situation this week at work. Yeah, I won't get into it too much, but like we were basically in the office for like the whole week, and I think this week was like a lot. It was hot as well. We had to be outside like packaging stuff, and like everyone was just like hot and bothered and stuff in it, and people were just like. They were just bitching about stuff that just, in the long run, just didn't really matter.
What yoy?
And like, it wasn't even live. Like,
it wasn't even live.
It's not live, bro. Like,
it got to him. You can see it wasn't even live.
Actually, no. Part of it was quite deep in it, but like, I couldn't, like, I'm not going to divulge that because that's not my business, innit? Yeah. But obviously,
Jerry, Huh? I said corporate Jerry,
No, come on, man. Yeah, you got a business in that. But I got to a point where I was, because I'm just there I'm there to do the work and then just go home and stuff, innit? And like, I like the business and I enjoy working there, yeah. But at the end of the day,
I told you. No. Corporate Jerry's in the building.
Listen, I like the work.
No, I'm being honest. And I tell you,
12 months.
When he gets home, he's gonna text me a disclaimer. He's gonna text me and say,
I won't even.
Just cut that bit out. 1 hour, 10 minutes.
Take out all that shit that they said.
I won't even. No. But seriously, like I do like the work and I like the job, but it was that aspect of it that I was just like, I don't need to be like involved in this. Like you lot just need to just like leave me out of it. Like obviously, like I'm there and I'm talking to them and like understanding where they're coming from, but I'm just like.
I don't care.
No, not even just I don't care, but I just don't want to be too involved in it. Because think about it, I've been in this space for just over a month. So like I'm that person where like I take time to like get to know people, to get into spaces with people and to like really like understand where they're coming from in it. Like I remember when I started my first like job in retail, the first day we were all having like an induction, like learning about the brand and stuff, and then like we all got to have lunch in this like hotel and stuff, innit? And
Swank.
I can't lie, it was.
These men have money.
They had money.
He's been in jail.
But the main thing, so
you know.
we were all sat
mine.
down and like eating and stuff, and then everyone was like exchanging Instagrams, innit? And I'm thinking, wow, like from the get go, like that's crazy.
Massive.
And I'll tell you now, like
friends, you know.
it was about 7-8 people, and of those 7-8 people, I only speak to one of them now.
Wow.
So you know what, Chase, I thought about it and I was like, none of them people really wanted to be like.
Capital P.
Oh yeah.
No. It's not even that person. No. It's not. We'll cut that out.
Hey, why you nervous, bro? It's fine.
No, we'll cut that out. But it's one person that I really
Like, I'm really trying to
I
think
actually
of
still
her.
speak to, and like, we don't even speak regularly. We speak like occasionally,
Yeah.
and that taught me like I'm not here to be like like all buddy with everybody just because we're in the same space and
You just gotta get your bread from.
It's
you know what I
very easy
mean?
to with work friends. It's like school. Like if you get the right sort of people. Like in terms of my work friends, there was a group of us, of maybe it was like 5, 6, 7 of us from like-minded positions, like-minded upbringings. Let's say I talked to 2, 3 of them proper hard now. The rest of them is like we're still bros, but it's not the same because obviously there's age discrepancies in there as well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep up conversations with man that's let's say 35. He's my boy. If I see him and I show him love, but he's not my everyday doggy. He's got kids. He's got bills to pay. He's working full time. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's an interesting point is the fact that you can get friendships, especially from work, of all different types.
Oh yeah, I have loads of friends. No. I have work friends who like different religions, backgrounds, everything. Like it's just even one of the.
This is what I said at the start.
One of my friends, she's like one of my friends, she's much older than me and she has a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, but I think when you have friends like that, there's certain things you have your friends for. Do you get what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
But,
Especially, sorry to cut you, but in the work context, it's
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
You got to figure out where it becomes, because it took me a while for them to become my outside of work friends. You know.
Yeah.
We're work friends for years. I say 2-3 years before it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go this motive with you. Oh, and there was even a guy who's still my bro now who went to the same school with me. He's like my younger. But we don't treat it now because we're big people. We're outside of school.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was like,
because that was the thing in it. Like if a person's
my man's year 9, you're year 11.
no, it wasn't even that. It was like 1 year. It's like that's still my younger.
It's still like that.
Yeah.
Because that's how the school hierarchy went.
Yeah, true.
Do you get what I'm saying? So and back then, like I was saying, little bro. I'm not gonna call my little bro now, because I think that's disrespectful because of the friendship you got.
Yeah.
I want to
And
call
the respect that you got now.
Yeah.
But
and
just,
like and the way he carries himself is not little bro. Obviously, there's certain men of that age range I might still call little bro because they carry themselves like little bro.
Yeah.
And it's not a disrespect. Your mindset's different. Like if I feel like I'm having a conversation with someone,
might look what you would.
I wouldn't say that. That's mad disrespect.
Yeah,
Like, don't call me my youth, man. That's
Why
mad.
does he sound like that though, bro? Like why?
I was on it.
Every time. Oh my god.
What do you mean every time? You man are just on me, blood. Let me live sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you know. You know what I mean? Blood.
But yeah, carry on, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That and those type of friendships, like it's different, innit? Because once you leave school, you leave that hierarchy. You can interact with man maybe 2 years younger. It's not the same, or 2 years older, and you can be on the same sort of playing field if everyone is at the same space mentally, or near enough the same space mentally. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different dynamics of how friends work. Very interesting.
It is very interesting. I mean, yeah, like I was saying with like the work friends and that, like just in the space, I feel like you get to a point where like even though like you can be like good friends with like your work friends, innit? But you get into the workspace and you remember why you're there for your bag. And when you realize that the other person probably thinks the same as well, the relationship, you sort of start to see like in between the lines of like what you're speaking.
Depends.
I mean, yeah, like it also where you're working as well, because like
Yeah.
if it's like retail.
Yeah,
You're different.
because in terms of my old job, us lot was off the shop floor, so we talked. Like
Yeah.
we spoke. We were in a retail, but because we're off the shop floor,
Yeah.
we can have proper
The
conversation.
man was like, how's mum? How's the things going on?
Yeah, not even just that. Obviously, get everything. Like we're having, having
I was about to say as well,
calls.
still.
Not necessarily just women. We don't discuss that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we discussed with it.
I mean, who else is gonna discuss it? You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
Can't be not gonna chat about no man yet that dog. I'm saying, I don't know what you lot think this is. You know what I'm saying? Nah, big man thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's crazy.
God.
Yeah. To be honest, like I was on the shop floor and like there'd just be moments we were just chatting anyways. I'm not gonna
Do your job about this is what I hate.
I said, do your job.
You know,
I did my job.
You know,
I did my job. Don't at me.
Don't
Don't
get
at me.
twisted.
I did my job.
I definitely used to talk like, but I wasn't meant to be on the shop floor. I'd just be chatting to people on the shop floor. I didn't even care. But the people who are meant to be on the shop floor, you're not meant to be serving customers, you know.
We didn't get a lot of customers.
Hey,
It was empty.
there was no business was booming then.
We weren't busy. But
Man said they weren't booming.
yeah.
Wow.
So I think moving on in terms of like making new friends and like sort of just getting into spaces where like say you got like a friend introducing you to like another group of friends, like you're just out, if it's like a business thing or if it's just like, you know, you're just out and you just meet new people and that, like how often are you more like willing to include, you know, friends, like more people into your circle?
I'm willing to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm easy. Just
Even,
I feel like
even now at this age, though.
Yeah, but there's a limit into like how I think there's like levels in my circle. So like your class as a friend, but you're not in my circle. Like
It's
Well,
too
no,
close
actually,
and intimate.
Let's
I hear that.
define that. Let's
That's what
define
I'm
that.
saying. It's too close and intimate at
Yeah,
that beginner stage. I
like-
hear you.
Let's define that then, because that's actually something I wanted to bring up before when you mentioned something else. Like in terms of friends, because we've had this conversation before as well, yeah. The definition of friend to you, like for other people, is quite different as well. Like, how would you define a friend in your
It's
eyes?
a difficult one because friend can be quite loose. Like if
Yeah.
I call you my brother, whatever.
That's quite close.
We're tight.
family.
Yeah.
We're fam, and it's
I
like
think back in the
For
day,
lifers.
That was looser.
that word weren't used
Yeah.
as tight as it is now.
yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously in school it's bro,
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
It's bro, like
brother,
yeah.
and even black. Like
And
when
then
me.
the black, I don't think it was just the
No,
black.
I'm not saying for black man. I'm saying for me. Like if I see a black man, I'm gonna address him as bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't know him, it's just bro. Because that's how man I set up. But it's like, I don't like using the word brother. That's a different context to me. But everyone's different because they're obviously the same word, isn't it? So, but I apply brother to like man who know my family. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can eat jollof with mum and that.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I'm saying. So, but I also think friend is calm. I think people kind of shit on friends and like put friends as like too loose sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to have people you're not too close with. You can just, let's say, rave with.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
say, not everyone needs to be in your inner circle.
Yeah,
It's
true.
Or maybe
And
that's.
you got to be careful because sometimes you don't even know, especially when you build a new rapport with people past the age of 21. Sometimes you don't know what they've already been through or what they
Especially
what they do behind closed doors.
especially in terms of trauma aspects.
When,
Do you get
Sorry,
what
go
I'm
on.
saying?
when you say that now, yeah, like deep in it, some of my friends have been through like some traumatic things with like friends. So like I feel like saying that I'm not that easy when it comes to like letting new people in, just because I've never had to experience anything mad, especially because like girls can do like mad stuff.
Madness.
Like some girls.
Well,
I've had
Serious?
No, please continue, go on.
I've heard mad stories. You get what I mean? So it's just like
You've heard
I
my
don't-
stories. You not witnessed anything.
Have I witnessed anything? No, I haven't witnessed anything, but I've heard bad stories.
I'm surprised at that because I admit.
No, she participated.
Not even
nigga.
that. I'm gonna be real. I've witnessed firsthand some mad things, and
Have I
in
witnessed
hindsight,
anything?
When we're talking madness, yeah, we're not just talking about like visually. They're just like whoa.
No, I'm talking about
but
being
like the actual
complicit.
situation itself is like yo, like what the fuck?
Even the
I've been
actions- even the
complicit.
actions within it.
Yeah, the actions within it, and you've been complicit in it.
Okay, well, give an example of something mad that you can mention.
I might wrap people's friendships. So I got to be very careful what I'm going to say. Big man thing. So I'm saying there's certain things in hindsight that may have happened that I witnessed and whatever that I should have said something because the dynamics are mad, particularly in school and even after school. In fact, there's probably been more stuff after school that are just mashing up the whole friendship dynamic.
Was it to do with like women and that? Or?
That's a big reason for a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say that there's a lot of men fight over women.
What?
Yeah, it happens.
You lot, you are the gods.
Your fault.
No, I'm saying, but I think that's linked to pride though, because men attach a status symbol to women.
A lot of shit links to pride, innit?
Yeah,
And the ego.
You see, ego is the main destroyer of man. 1000%.
Mad.
I think we said that.
It's a killer.
Because especially with men that don't have high enough self-esteem, especially if you can mask it in designers, for example, like that's not a sense of self-worth by just wearing stuff. Because people attach the value of the clothes to themselves, which isn't necessarily self-worth. So, not even necessarily, it's not self-worth. Because the price of the clothes is what you think attaches the value to yourself. When you take that off, you feel like nothing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a consumerist mentality, which black people suffer with a lot. And poor people in general suffer with it.
Another killer, bro.
You see poor people say, so poor whites will have the same thing. But it's less so because the white self-image is looked at more positively. For example, poor whites that don't have a shit like crackers, who don't have anything to their name, don't have nothing to their name, can say at least at least I'm not black. You know what I mean, my thing?
I'm trying not to laugh as much because the editing has to just be like.
Sometimes he just throws me off. He throws me off.
He said it so flagrantly.
Yeah,
he didn't even think about it. Like,
Of course not. What the hell? I'm talking. Anyway, so as I'm saying,
fuck you know.
Hey, my chest is caved.
I'm gonna finish my point.
Yeah, go on.
I'm saying at least they can say at least I'm not black, for example, or at least I'm not Asian, or at least I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right in saying that.
So that's
I
where
hear you.
the self-image is important. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where the difference is. So poor people might have it, but it's different for different groups of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay, you very much deviated from what I was even asking.
But
I can get back to it if you just re-ask the question.
So, in terms of like witnessing the madness
Yeah,
between friends,
I have, and some of it I could have stopped. Most of it I couldn't have stopped because it was gonna go left anyway. You know what I'm saying? There's
did you didn't foresee it coming, or did you?
maybe not in school days because I wasn't as perceptive. Now I'm a bit more perspective. Now I can see stuff. For example, I can see a situation right now that I only found out about quite recently.
And how do you how would you deal with it? Like hypothetically in a situation if it was looking like going left immediately, like how do you
In terms of me involved in it,
Yeah.
or if I had the power to change it, because
Yeah.
if I had the power to change the situation, I would.
Yeah.
Because I simply don't. What's happened has happened, and it's a dirty big secret.
But we're talking about friends. So let's say it's at a level where like you've known each other for a bit and like you're cool, but you're not exactly tight. But like they're in your circle of friends. So let's say that scenario, they're introduced through like work or something. And so you've been like, oh yeah, there's like a motive going on. You bring them through. Like all your peoples are cool with them now. Like they know each other now, innit? And then like a further motive happens, and then like something happens that you didn't see coming. So like your friend that you've just met and through work and you've just gotten to know. Yeah.
What has happened? So is it a physical altercation, or is it some person
Nah.
that's like bad-minded somebody?
Yeah.
we're talking two
Like
different
disrespected
contexts.
somebody, and they didn't realize how they disrespected
As
them.
in vocally disrespect.
Yeah.
That can be addressed.
And you would adjust that.
I would try to bring the two people together. I try now. Back in school days, I don't think I would have been brave enough to do it. Now I think I'm man enough to go and get them and say, man, them, I think there's tension here.
Let's sort it out.
Not even sort it out. I think both voice what you need to voice. Just as men, just say it honestly.
Speak, yeah.
Yeah, I think that needs to. I think I'm able to do that now. Back in secondary school, I wasn't able to do that because I was a bit too reactionary. I was a bit too impulsive. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's just the responsibility of I've brought this person here, so I need to make sure that like
I think if that's your brethren and you're bringing them somewhere, it is your responsibility because they are your responsibility. For example, because they represent you. And even if you don't want them to represent you, they do because by virtue of you bringing them.
Yeah. Or that even that association with them.
Yeah, even for example, because every time they think of your friend, they think my man.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
my man,
that's
it's my man.
Thingy's
brethren.
friend,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so-called brethren. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially in London, London's too small. London
Everyone knows
Everyone
everyone.
knows.
no, but like in a sense of you need to be on your P's and Q's. Man, them need to be on their P's and Q's. Girls is a bit weird because you guys can just coast through and act like nothing's happening.
Is that true?
I personally...
You say you're not living a fairy tale, apparently.
It's not a fairy tale. It's like the risk is potentially there, but it's
you don't care.
No, it's just two different risks. For example, there's a very serious risk of assault.
Yeah.
But the risk I'm talking about is a predominantly male risk.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? In London.
Yeah.
It's two different things.
Yeah, it's different. Different, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm always on my P's and Q's wherever I am, and how up to date I am on who's got problems with who. I'm not as up to date on it as I was before. Cause
I'm not gonna lie, I have to be only because the nature of work.
It's work. Your work
You know what I'm
makes
saying?
you have to.
You're very business oriented as well.
You
Like,
gotta, you gotta be making sure, because at the end of the day, man's got to keep this business running. So
Yeah.
Anything happens, it
need
can
to
fuck
know
up your P's and that, innit?
And
to cover all elements.
Because there's not a the street code is not professional, innit? It don't care about professionalism. I'm not even gonna divulge into it because that's talking too much. You get me? But there's no professionalism. I've seen people go, well, if you men are making money, and that you can't expect from criminals, bro. Self-proclaimed criminals are not gonna give you professionalism. You lot are trying to glorify what they do. You play their music, but when something happens, that's when people start screaming. That's my issue. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in friendships, you have to know if your friend is tied to that. That's very important. Can't just go somewhere and then, oh yeah, that's my man. We're on to him. What? Me, civilian? You're crazy. Like,
that is interesting. I think I'm the same as you in terms of like, I'm gonna have to like chat to my man and then, you know, bring them two together and just get him to hash it out or whatever. There's also an element of me that's like, we're grown people now. At my age right now, like, I'm grown. I'm not trying to like bring them two together and baby them and be like, listen, like, man, you lot have to straighten out. You lot need to fix your issue, and you need to fix your issue.
I don't think it's that.
No, but I'm saying like, in terms of just like me having to even bring myself to do that, it's like both of you need to see that you're acting stupid in that moment, and in that moment in time, whatever you said is a madness. You can see all the people around you are now looking at you like you're stupid.
It's hyperventilation. Again, you lose your rational mind when you hyperventilate.
Yeah.
So, I think the best time to do it is not on the same night. Give it maybe 2-3 weeks. See when man are sober, man are calm down.
I would say 2-3 weeks is a while, because I can't lie. By then, it would have probably died out anyways. They would have just been like,
but it depends.
Squashed. I didn't even remember it no more.
Who are you talking about? Because if you're talking about gangsters...
No, do you hang on gangsters, bro? Like, why do you keep bringing up gangsters? Why are you so violent? That's what I want to know.